name is SHARON. I am one of the coordinators of the Scottish Feminist Judgments Project. We are here in the Scottish Parliament for a week displaying the artistic parts of the project. The project began as an academic project with academics rewriting key legal cases from a feminist perspective. So we brought the exhibition to the Scottish Parliament because we wanted to have people who are involved in lawmaking and policy making aware of the project and the impact that the project can have, not only for legal academia and students and legal professionals, but also to have the public more generally engaging in questions of how we might change the law if we were to look at it from a slightly different perspective.
Really interesting about the conversations I've been having with people who stop by is just how wide the implications of this project can be. So people have asked me, okay, this is about gender, but what could this do for other non-dominant groups in society? Could this kind of project inform discussions about race, about ability, about all kinds of different issues? And I genuinely think that this project has that potential. And so, in a way, although we thought about that before, it was only when people asked us in person, kind of on the spot, that I really was forced to think seriously about what the answer might be. So we've had all kinds of people stop and ask us really challenging and interesting questions like, what does it mean to be a feminist? What's the project trying to do? Who's it trying to speak to? Are these cases that we're picking to rewrite necessarily wrongly decided? We've had really challenging questions. And I think that the artistic works have really done huge amounts to engage people who probably wouldn't have stopped and talked otherwise. They've seen things like the video, they've seen the really bold, striking prints, they've seen interesting reflections from the work by Jill, and they've stopped, it's caught their eye, and they've had a conversation with us. So having the artistic works available alongside the text, I think, has really enhanced the ability that we've had to have people stop and talk to us about what this is about.
I think the artwork was really striking. Sometimes these topics are not very accessible, but having the art exhibition alongside it really draws you in, starts a discussion, and I really like to get to grips with what the project's all about. This exhibition is particularly relevant, I think, because it forces you not just to think about the past, but to think about lots of the injustices that still exist at the moment, and I found that particularly challenging and thought-provoking.
It's always exciting to see the opportunities that you bump into on the parliamentary campus, this being one of them. I was drawn to actually the mixed medium that you were seeing behind us in the exhibition. Great color, actually diversity of mediums and channels, as I mentioned. It's also the subject matter. The people supporting the project were also very engaging. Had a really good conversation on the subject matter, the effort that's gone behind it, and some of the thought-provoking issues that this topic raises.
I've been working for the Parliament in the official report. I've spent a lot of time in the Justice Committee, so I've had lots of debates about justice, and sometimes, quite frequently, but not all the time, I'm talking about the impact of the justice system on women. But to have something that gets us to rethink the way that the system works is a very powerful way of reimagining change, getting people to sparking people's imaginations, thinking how it could make society better for women, and therefore, thereby make it better for everyone as well. I think using art is always a good way to get people involved. It's a good way to capture people's imaginations, and I really like the fact that the variety of art forms, the visual and the written word, the moving image and the still image, really captures the imagination. I think that enables people who respond to different things to respond to the project as a whole. And for me, as someone who's fascinated by words, most of all, the poetry is what captures me the most, and I found S.H. Whittaker's Found poem really, really powerful. It's a great impact in that the power of that fragmentation and realising that as you're reading it, that these words are coming from the judgment and be knit together into something new, something critical, was a really powerful moment for me.
It's something that will grab people's attention much more quickly. If you had to actually stand and read in depth about what an issue is about, that really becomes something that's going to have to be of great interest to you already, so that you'll carry on reading, or you will begin to lose interest after a wee while. So I think the app draws your attention first, makes you more interested in the subject, and then you can get into what it's really all about and read more about it then.
Having the exhibition here in Parliament has been brilliant, because not only have we been able to engage with MSPs, but also their staff and other people working in the building, in the IT department, in the post office, everywhere. So although the exhibition isn't open to the public, we have had a really great range of people engaging with the project.